Today we're working with a 2014 Cadillac SRX. This is the front wheel drive luxury edition model. All leather interior. Ooh. Beautiful vehicle. So today we're going to be working on front brakes. Starting to squeal a little bit down there. We have our Brake Best Select Premium brake pads. First things first, we're going to want to pop the wheel hub cap off. Now we just got to find the right socket for these bolts. They appear to be 22 millimeter, so we'll go ahead and use that. Looks like there's no problems finding a spot to jack on down here. So we'll get doing that first. We're only doing that to take pressure off the lug nuts. We still keep the tire on the ground somewhat, so that way it's got traction for when we apply pressure. Turn those nuts. Alright, so the socket that we need for this one is 13 millimeter, and we're going to use that on the caliper slide bolts. Get them loosened up. Hopefully we can just pivot it. It'll be good. Alright, the bottom one's loose and I'm turning them both out by hand. Take this top one out and set this up here off the side. Then I should get a pry bar in here and just fold it back. Now slide it down nicely. And then I will grab a piece of wire to tie that up. Okay. This piece of wire. Just that way I can wear this and I don't have to worry about the rubber brake hose. Now we just gotta wiggle these out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, they were getting kind of low. At least they were about the same thickness on both sides here. Now, take out these old clips. There's the top clip. There's the bottom clip. And then we'll grab a brake caliper compressor. I have one in the garage. Alright, so if we take one of the old brake pads and we just kind of lay it in there. Use this brake caliper compression tool. Get it in there and as close to center as possible. And just start slowly turning. As you turn, pistons slowly and gradually go inward. And then, since we're a little off center, back it out. And we'll hop over to this side. And we'll move that out. There, see how much better looking that is already? Pretty much bottomed out, got her as far as they're gonna go. So now I'm gonna spray everything down with some brake cleaner. And we'll wipe any dirt and debris out of the way. Now the nice thing about these brackets is that every single one of them is exactly the same. You don't have to worry about it's in the wrong spot. Set of brake pads. You see only 2 of them have a clip on it, so make sure that you do 1 clip per side. Now before we put the brakes in, I like to use a nice synthetic brake and caliper grease. I only put it on the brackets so that way, you know, they don't lock up or anything like that. The pads will be able to move and slide around without any issues. But whatever you do, do not put grease in this piston area of the caliper, because the high temperatures down there, I've had a friend thought that was a good idea to put some brake grease on these caliper pistons, and once they heated up red hot, because he had to stop in an emergency one day, all of a sudden caliper caught on fire. It's grease fire. He couldn't do really much about it. It did a lot of damage to his vehicle. I like to put a little dollop in here. And if you see him on this side. Be sure not to get any on your brake rotor. And sometimes I even dab on this too. I find it easier to put it in the top one first, and then when you go to put it in the bottom one, push this tab over with the bottom just to move it to the side, push it right on in. Just like that. Pivot this back up. Get this wire out of the way. Put the slide bolt right back in. And tighten the slide bolt back. Now I'm going to put the brake pad with the tab on it on the outside. Perfect. Everything seems to look good. Inside, apply the brakes a little. There we go. Just so that way it sandwiches back up on the rotor. It's time to put the wheel back on. Always remember to start these by hand. That's 1, 2, go. Some debris up from around where the center cap goes on. Line her up and then pop her right on. See this extra? It's not on any of the other part of the cap, just there. Hey, if you come down here and join us, you see that there is one open tab for it towards the bottom there. On it up. And just like that. Easy peasy. Alright, now we just gotta go and repeat the same process on the other side. Alright, time to test out the brakes. Perfect. There we have it.